Commander Alisa Vandre will now come forward to provide final remarks.
We have suffered loss as a people through this mission, but we must not let this disaster impede our drive for exploration, our wonder of the unknown. We must remember Earth is not alone in splendor. Other solar systems, planets, and cultures have much to offer, a beacon to Earth since we began exploring the skies. Expanding horizons is part of who we are. It is a part of us we have forced into silence and inaction. All my life, we become disillusioned with possibility and proactivity as a planet at the expense of our growth as individuals. But fear will never protect us, though it may act as a temporary shield. It stunts our development as a people and as individuals. Overcoming that fear today benefits more than just this people, this time, and this place.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm with Starfleet Intelligence. I understand this may be a bad time, but...
I know. Commander Bruno's been asking to see me.
That's correct, ma'am. And if I may be honest...
You may?
Just between us, the commander is beginning to think that you may be purposefully avoiding speaking with him.
I already filed my report with the Judge Advocate's office. Commander Bruno can read it. It should answer all of his questions.
There were a few points Starfleet Intelligence wanted to clarify.
Does he really think it necessary?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. What shall I tell the commander?
Very well.
Now, just so there's no misunderstanding, Starfleet has declined to pursue any charges against the Pacific Bridge team, and you are under no obligation to answer any of my questions.
I understand.
Now, because the logs pertaining to the incident are incomplete, we do request a comprehensive and accurate statement of anything you remember.
I can do that.
Very good. So let's start at the beginning. Or no, let's start on stardate 615.752. The day of the incident.
On point 752, we established standard orbit around the class L planet in the Indira anomaly.
Tell me more about the planet.
By all physical understanding, it shouldn't have been there at all. No natural mechanism would have explained its formation, so our science team felt it deserved immediate study.
Understandable, given your mission profile.
Of course, the planet's unstable nature was unknown to us at the time, as were the effects our warp drive would have on the gravitational forces of the anomaly.
This is Shuttlecraft Taiwan. We're on approach with landing team 2.
We see you, Taiwan. Prepare to dock in the portside bay.
Shuttlecraft Taiwan, tractor lock confirmed. We're go for docking.
Copy that, Pacific. I am taking her up.
Captain Demir to the bridge. Captain Demir to the bridge. Chief Fowler, CIC. Chief Fowler, CIC.
Bridge.
Captain, We're having trouble maintaining orbit.
Explain.
It almost looks like we're moving backwards at extremely low warp. I can compensate if we engage the warp drive.
Do it, and keep me posted.
Yes, sir.
How's the landing party?
Everything looks alright. The planet is getting more unstable, though.
Connect me to the landing party.
Aye, sir.
Commander, we're getting some signs of increasing instability down there.
Yes, sir, we're feeling the tremors.
I'm calling it. Get the team back here.
Captain, we've made a breakthrough. I'd like to take a few scans at least.
A breakthrough?
Yes, we found structures, inscriptions, language.
I'll give you 10 minutes, and then get your team back on that shuttle.
Aye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Landing party out.
What was that?
The warp effect is accelerating.
Compensate.
Compensating.
Whoa, stop!
What is it?
There was a spike in the gravity shear right when Owsley kicked in the warp drive.
You just noticed this now?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know what I was looking for. Here, this is what happened when we started using warp. It's exponential. That means the planet has already passed critical stability.
What?
I can't explain it.
Get that team back here!
Get us out of here!
Way ahead of you.
Hatch open. Load off balance.
What in the world?
Hatch open.
Everybody's in! Let's go!
Alright, seal the hatch and hang on!
How much time do we have?
Less than a minute before we're pulverized.
Alright, we can match the harmonics and pull out.
We tried that. Warp drive accelerates the planet's breakup.
Impulse then. I recommend full impulse.
Helm. Full impulse, best escape vector.
We can't break free on impulse.
Turn it down! Turn it down!
Raider?
There has to be a gravity differential or something.
Captain, look!
Red alert!
All hands, this is the XO, General Quarters, main station for collision.
Hull polarized, shields up, phasers online.
Helm. Point our nose into the debris.
10 seconds to impact.
Our shields can handle this, right?
All hands, brace for impact.
Where are my shields? They're up! I don't know what's happening! Phasers, fire at will! There's a problem with the reactor. There's not enough power.
You mentioned using point defense phasers only after the shields proved ineffective. Do you think that it would have been better to employ these measures from the beginning?
In retrospect, yes, but we had no reason to believe the shields wouldn't work.
Or perhaps if your science consultant shared more of her data with the bridge team?
I have no complaint regarding the performance of Lieutenant Lucy Rader.
But that sentiment wasn't shared by the entire crew, was it?
Medical's not here yet?
Turbo lift is out. Lieutenant, what happened to our shields?
Ma'am?
Our shields. They were completely useless. What happened?
I'm not sure.
It'll be hard to tell until we retrieve the sensor logs.
Best guess.
Well, our shields work with gravity.
You knew this was going to happen.
Mr. Lawrence?
I asked her if the shields would work, and she wouldn't say.
No, I just did what I was...
explicitly asked.
You're out of line, crewman.
You knew the gravity differential would interfere with the shields. We could have adjusted the frequency or something.
Nothing like this has ever happened before.
Crewman, I believe you have other duties.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a problem here?
No, sir.
It looks like we weren't prepared for this mission. Our sensors apparently couldn't detect a very dangerous aspect of this anomaly.
A subspace gravity differential, sir. Our shields, sensors, warp drive, nothing's tuned for it.
Very good. Commander, we lost 22 crew members, and 9 more are still missing.
I understand.
Do you? What have we got?
I think we've got a partial distress signal out.
Very good.
What is it?
It's not from Starfleet, whoever it is. Put it on.
This is Sub-Commander Salar of the Romulan Imperial Navy. My commander wishes to extend an offer of assistance to a ship in distress.
This is Captain Isaac Demir of the Earth Starship Pacific. What business do you have in this sector?
Your interrogation is unwarranted, human captain, for this is unclaimed territory, and our business here is our own, as is yours.
Now this is just too irregular.
It's a long way from Romulan space around the neutral zone.
They're following us.
I think he's right.
Well, it would be duplicitous, but they're not necessarily breaking any treaties.
Aren't they?
But how did we miss them? Our sensors can't pick up the only other ship in this sector?
The Romulans have sensor cloaks.
Yeah, which we counteracted years ago. So you're telling me you didn't pick up anything on the sensors?
You seem to let crewman Lawrence express himself quite a bit.
Honestly, he was expressing valid concerns.
He was way out of line.
Agreed. And perhaps justice could have been a bit more swift for crewman Lawrence. But you really underestimated my crew.
Me?
Starfleet intelligence. The situation was suspicious, and my crew immediately noticed.
Absolutely nobody could have predicted that the Romulans would appear. Much less under the pretense of humanitarian aid.
Of course not. But somebody could have predicted that the Romulans would be following us, and somebody could have included that in the mission briefings.
All right, let's not get hung up on who did what and why. Let's just continue with the timeline of events.
The Pacific was dead in the water. Sensors were down, and Captain Demir recommended we take up line-of-sight observation of the Romulans with telefocals. Meanwhile, repair efforts were underway across the ship, but with the antimatter reactor damaged, many crucial systems were still down. Then, on Stardate .755 at 1400 hours, Chief Engineer Gabriel officially declared the reactor a lost cause.
What about the fusion reactors?
We gave those a run for the money with the impulse burn. With all the systems running, I don't think they would last that long. Not unless the Bassards are working.
Noted. Any word on the Romulans?
Sensors are still down, sir.
But we're working on it.
Keep me informed.
Yes, sir.
Did those work for you?
Yes, sir. We can track them visually from the upper gallery.
Let's get someone on that post 24/7.
Yes, sir. It just makes me uneasy, them hovering above us like that.
If they wanted to kill us, they would have done it by now. Romulans don't typically announce before an attack.
So, do you believe them, sir?
Let's talk in my ready room.
Yes, sir.
Okay, try it now.
Looks good.
Alright, everything looks normal. Let's just bring up the sensor logs.
The logs?
Yeah, so we can find out what went wrong.
That's okay, I can handle
Look,
it.
I'm sorry about what happened earlier, but I
could order you.
With all due respect...
Just step away from the console.
What?
You're attempting to access restricted
Hey,
material.
no, I
Please
have
stop.
no idea what you're talking about. I'm just trying to do my job.
I said anything, just never mind.
What's going on?
I'm not obligated to answer any questions, crewman.
Did you see that?
Couldn't miss it.
Something is going on. Classified sensor logs, the Romulans.
Put me through to the Romulans.
Captain, sir.
What is it?
I would like to raise a formal concern, sir.
Check in with your Master Chief or the XO. We're in the middle of a crisis here.
Yes, sir. I think that's what Mr. Lawrence is getting at.
Nothing's adding up, sir. I think a lot of the crew have some questions about the Romulan vessel, sir. And now this business about the classified sensor logs.
Classified sensor logs?
Captain, sir.
She's been hiding information about the Romulans.
I can explain, sir.
You can't just explain this away.
One at a time. Lucy.
No, wait. Everybody listen. This nonsense stops right now. The Romulan vessel was known by Starfleet intelligence. Certain crew members have specific privileges and clearances, like Lieutenant Rader here.
So the Romulans have been spying on us? And we've been covering for them?
Look, I can't answer all your questions, but I can't have baseless speculation tearing this crew apart. That will be all. Contact the Romulans. We can't do this alone.